Hey, what's going on, everybody? Island Card Collector here. Hope you're all doing well and that you're having a great start to the new year 2024. I wanted to come to you this year at the beginning of the year, just like I did last year, with my hobby New Year's resolutions. I think it's really good to start the year reflecting back on what my resolutions were for 2023. And I will actually add that link to that video in the comments, or sorry, in the description for this video. So you can go back and watch that if you so choose. So, how did I stack up 2023? How did that stack up to my resolution? So, let's quickly go through those and then we're going to get into the 2024 New Year hobby resolutions. So, my hobby resolution number one last year was to be more strategic instead of opportunistic. I think I give myself a score of about a 5 out of 10 on that. I did focus more on bigger cards, but I couldn't help myself. I found myself still going back to my old habits of being opportunistic, looking at lots, buying retail product, etc. Just wasn't a good idea. So, I give a 5 out of 10 on that one. My 2023 resolution number two was to complete my Pete Rose player era run. And I almost did it. I've got every graded Topps Pete Rose card except the 1963. So I've come really close, made a lot of progress on this. Switched from one box into two. Got a lot of Pete Rose slabs at this point in time. Missing the big dog, the 1963 Topps. That card's going to set me back a lot. It also will be the first comma card that I've ever owned, bought and owned, because it is clearly over $1,000 card in almost any condition. So that's one of my hobby goals for 2024, which you'll see here in a minute. Did pretty good on that resolution. Resolution number three was to purchase a 1964 and a 1965 Topps Mickey Mantle, and I actually way exceeded this resolution. I also bought the 1963 Topps Mantle. I bought the 1961 Topps, the 1961 Topps All-Star, and if you saw one of my most recent mail day videos, I also bought the 1958 Topps Mantle. So I'm doing really good on my Mantle run. So you're going to see the follow-up to that in my New Year's resolutions for 2024. Stay tuned. Number four was to finish the 1972 through 1985 Topps complete sets. Mission accomplished. All done, ready to go. A couple of the newer years, 83, 84, 85, are not yet in binders, but I will put them in binders. 1986 forward, I started with the complete factory sets, so those will never go in binders. But the 83, 4, and 5, throw those in binders. But basically, mission accomplished, check mark that box. Number five, I look back and it's kind of funny because I said I wanted to wait for the market upswing and then sell. You all went through 2023 with me. You realized there really was not a market upswing. In fact, near the end of the year, the values continued to slide and trend down. So, more on that as we get into the 2024 resolutions. Really, all said, I didn't do too bad compared to non hobby New Year's resolutions, which I failed miserably at. Okay, let's go into the 2024 New Year hobby resolutions. And we're going to start with resolution number one. Do not buy any new retail product. I've been watching other YouTubers saying this exact same thing, and I'm feeling the exact same way. I'm so tired of retail. It's essentially buying a lottery ticket and trying to get lucky. The product is expensive. The hit rates seem to be less and less. I'm just getting really tired of prospecting and of working on the new product. It is fun to rip that with my son. We'll still do some pack battle videos, but they're going to be focused on vintage, more vintage junk wax type packs. Maybe late 90s, early 2000s, but I'm definitely not going to do any new retail product. Hold myself to that. You all can help me keep myself accountable in 2024 to resist the urge to buy retail product. Okay, so I'm going to break myself of that bad habit as we go forward. Okay, so I just mentioned it. Resolution number 2 is to complete the Pete Rose Player Collection Topps run. I'm one card away, which is the 1963 Topps Pete Rose rookie card. I'm committing to myself, I will buy that card this year. Maybe it's only going to be in a 2 or a 3, but I will buy that card. All right, let's move right along. I mentioned Mickey Mantle as I'm working my way backwards on a Mickey Mantle graded run. Over exceeded that goal in 2023. Don't know if I can over exceed that goal in 2024 just because the farther back you go into the 50s, the more priced out of the market, if you will, I get with Mickey Mantle cards. This year, I do want to buy a 1959 Topps Mantle and a 1960 Topps Mickey Mantle cards. That'll give me from 1958 through 69, and I think it's going to be really cool, really awesome to have those cards. Maybe I'll get a 57 in the mix this year, but I don't really see myself going 56 or earlier just because they're so expensive. All right, resolution number 4. I mentioned the set building. I enjoy that part of the hobby. I enjoy putting cards in binders. This year, I'm going to finish the 1971 top set, which I have about 71% complete, missing a ton of the high numbers. This is a nice mid-grade, VGEX, EX plus type set. Some cards are a little better, but I try not to have anything worse than the VGEX. So that's on this year's goals, as well as the 1964 Topps Giants graded complete set. I'm actually going to show some of those cards right now. So we'll call this a combined New Year resolution mail day video. I just got another mail day. Slabs came in from an auction, and this adds to my collection, puts me over 30 of the 60 cards in the 1964 Topps Giants set. So you can see here we've got a Pete Ward PSA 8. That's nice. These aren't going to show up really well with this lighting, but we'll still do it. Got a Camilo Pascual PSA 7. Maybe if I tilt them and bring them back a little, it's a little bit better. None of these are super big names, but they're all cards I needed. This is the Bob Bailey in a PSA 8. I will say these, I believe, are all 7s or 8s. So let's keep looking at them. This is probably the biggest money card of the set. The Brooks Robinson in a PSA 7. Very nice. We've got a Max Alvis PSA 7. Al B. Pearson PSA 7. Dick Ellsworth PSA 7. And finishing off with a Dean Chance PSA 7. All right. There's only 60 cards in that set. There are a couple of short prints, which are, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mays and Koufax are the hard ones to get, and I do not have those cards, so I'll have to pay up to get those. I do have the Mickey Mantle. I've got the Hank Aaron. I've got some of the big cards already. Okay, so that's resolution number 4. We're down to the end of this video. As I move to resolution number 5, if you haven't already, smash that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I will be bringing you a lot more content in 2024 than I did in 2023. So again, thanks for watching, and I really, truly appreciate it. All right, let's finish off with what I started to work on last year, which was to downsize my collection. I failed miserably at this. I think I actually added more cards than I sold. I did sell a lot. Actually, I sold more on eBay in 2023 than I have in probably the last 15 years. So I did sell off a lot, but I've got a ton of bulk. Still have over 200,000 cards in my collection. I've got a lot of downsizing left to go. You can see on my screen here, you can see on your screen, these are the primary channels that I sell on. I started selling this year on Sport Lots, had some good luck with that, so I'm going to do more of that. Facebook Marketplace, good for local bulk selling of the bulk product. And then ComC and eBay, now they're combined into the same company. with eBay's investment in ComC. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that marketplace in 2024. Looking for good, positive things. Hopefully, they'll run some sales where it's not 50 cents a card to submit. I loved it back when it was that 30, 35 cent level. If they drop that down or run a special, I'll definitely be doing some more of that. Just trying to unload some product, guys. I know some guys are doing whatnot streams and things like that. I do not have the subscribers for that sale to make a whole lot of sense. Maybe I will eventually. And again, I do appreciate all the new subscribers I've had over the last few weeks. My count has more than doubled actually since Christmas, just in the last couple weeks. So if you're one of the new subscribers, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Tell all your friends about Island Card Collector, as I'm collecting down here in the island of Puerto Rico and just having a great time doing it. So again, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned for more content.